Morning, good afternoon, Facebook. This is Stephen in Wiltshire in England, and today I'd like to say welcome to the show. Now, I've just been watching my messenger, and I know that Kickastery has just started. I'm pretty sure that that's not the only show that's just started. So we have great competition going on today as to which show you should watch. So let's see what happens. This is a thing when people sort of decide to go live at the same time. It makes it very, very complicated. So if you're catching the replay, Lynda will be joining me in about 25 minutes, hopefully. She's on the road. She's in an RV, traveling in the San Diego district. And hopefully she'll be here on time. Now, one of the things today, I don't have an agenda because normally Lynda and I just start chatting. So I'm going to see if anybody's actually watching the show. And this is one of these rare occasions when Facebook is not helping at all. It does appear that occasionally when notifications are sent out, they don't. Hello, we have a viewer. I'd like to say hello. This is Stephen in Wiltshire, England, and I'm just busking it. If you want to join me on camera, then just type guest in the comments and you can join me on camera and say hello to Deidre, and thank you for joining me. Wonderful. And if anybody else wants to jump on camera, then please do. Deidre, if you've got any questions about live broadcasting, now would be a good time to ask them. The simple reason, I don't have an agenda. Right, Mr. Cook, hello. I've broken it. Hang on. Hide. Right, hopefully that's showing on the screen, Guy. I hope I'm not frozen. Check things out. And Guy's coming to join me, so all is well with the world. Guy has just typed guest, so we'll see where this goes. Yeah, so one thing I do want to talk about while I'm waiting for Guy is if I just log into Facebook, I can go to here and talk about this. And Deirdre, Deirdre's saying, I'm sorry, Stephen, but I have enough trouble dealing with simple computer activity. Okay. And Guy, you need to type in Messenger, not here. So you need to be in Facebook Messenger and type it there and say hello to Abigail. Nice to see you, Abigail. And you're welcome to join us on camera. All you need to do is type guest and you'll get a message in Messenger and then you can come on the show. Okay, 5 days live. We run in August and it's 5 days online training on a variety of topics by people who walk the walk, who broadcast virtually every day, if not every week. And the team that we have this time is, well, let's start the shows. Next Monday, 1st of October, 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. in the UK, you can join Brigitte Mbanda, David Burrows, Lynda West, and myself as we talk about building your brand. And this is what to do about your brand, actually, how to, what is the brand? Is the brand you, or is the brand something that you actually sell? And you've got to decide that. If the brand is you, then there's one approach. If the brand is something that you're marketing, then it's a totally different approach. And we, between the four of us, should be able to come out with a plan for you to actually build your brand. Now, these are not in any particular order. On Wednesday is after your show, and what you should do afterwards. Now, this is very important because when we do go live, the live part of it only accounts for about 30% of the show, because after the show you can repurpose it, and that's why we've got Ali Mora with us. It's RJ, Ali, and myself, And RJ will be talking about using messenger bots. And RJ and I have the regular show, same day. But we're talking, Danny, about repurposing, because doing this live video thing, this is only the start of the journey. This is about 30% of it. 70% of the views of any video come after the show is complete. And in addition to that, you've got the ability to actually repurpose. Now, whilst I'm waffling, I've been joined by my good friend Guy, and we'll say hello to Guy, and I'll pick up that story later. And there you are. Hello.
Hi.
It's good to see you. We haven't chatted for a while. How are things?
Things are good. I saw the Just Do It, and I said, well, I just started that today. I'm getting to just a minute.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Right.
Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you. You can still see you. We're good, and
Okay.
the signal is good. And Guy and I have known each other quite a while, since the days of Blab. Since the days of Blab, it's a long time ago now, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm surprised you're still getting the name bandied about, and they haven't somebody taken up the torch and relaunched it. Because definitely had the visits, and so that one going away still continues to surprise me. Gosh, I need to fix my lights. Just a second.
Okay. I need to fix my camera. There we are. That's
okay.
The camera fixed. So we're doing this. We're looking good now. And Alfredo says you're actually live on the stream, Guy.
I know. It's a rarity to have me be live. I've been a long time record it. One of those proof it, publish it.
Yeah.
Forget about it, guys. And it's working. I changed. Oh gosh, I think about a month ago, Stephen, somebody said, well, how do you get most of your traffic? And so then I started really doing some in-depth looking at social channels that were coming back to me. And the lion in the jungle was LinkedIn. I need to be on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all this stuff. It's LinkedIn is where it's happening for me as a web developer. And so I would say I shifted probably 60% of my effort, what was going into Facebook, into LinkedIn, and I'm getting conversions, people that are not, I guess you'd say the old saying I said was fish where the fish are. Well, the people that are going to buy from me that need web developer services don't hang out on Facebook. A lot of people hang out here, but not buyers. I mean, if you want to build a brand and get your name known, then do Facebook for sure. But if you want to have somebody click the buy now button, this isn't where you want to be. It's my opinion based on what I've been doing. And the just do it part, what pushed the button for me today was a long time ago, Chloe Social put out a blog post, probably over a year ago, on this is your social calendar. These are the things you must do through the week. And so I took her suggestions and divide them up into days of the week, because there were 30, so 6 a day, right? Do the math.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And so on Thursday, today, deliver emotional, motivational quotes was the mantra. So I took a quote from Miss Carol Burnett about only you can change your life or something like that, and published it. And then right after that, your tweet came in. I said, oh, well, what a great way for the gravy on the potatoes. And so I liked what you were saying earlier about building the brand. But I think an important part of that, I guess you'd say blueprint, is to have a sense of where you need to build your foundation. I mean, it's all real estate, right? Everything on the internet is real estate, but you can build a better location on some channels than you can on others.
Well, that's right. And you've got to tailor the content for the channel as well, haven't you? You can't put the same content out everywhere.
Right. Yeah. And you can't expect it to live more than maybe an hour tops.
Funny you should say that. I occasionally I broadcast on my profile just using Facebook Live.
Right.
Yeah. I don't use BLIve or anything. I just go straight from the camera to BLIve to Facebook. And that can hang around for 8 days.
Oh wow.
But there's a magic line tag I put in the top. It says, if you see this post, please comment.
Uh-huh.
And the reach of a post like that, which I can only do once every 3 months, just shows who's out there who potentially could come and watch the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what we're all looking for is people to come and watch the show and get involved and participate in the live show. And
well,
that's why
if you identify it as a person that can answer the questions about a specific topic, they're going to contact you. Like I had a lady in Canada the other day hollered at me about Windows 10. Oh, I've heard all these horrible things about doing updates on Windows 10. And I said, well, is your system running Windows 10 now? Well, yeah. I said, then the hardware must be compatible. You shouldn't have any issues. I said, the ones, I had one tower years ago, like when they first launched Windows 10, remember when it was in the beta and then you get updates like every week or so, and it wouldn't go past this certain build. And I said, well, my video card was so old, because I've been around since before there was pictures, and the video was so old that Windows 10 wouldn't push it because the drivers weren't compatible. And so bazinga, I was out of the pond with that particular tower. It's now running Linux Mint, not having a problem.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And Alfredo is with us and watching, and he says Windows 10 updates aren't that bad. It's just updates at the wrong time. Thank you, Microsoft.
You can set the time when it updates.
Yep. Yeah. And most of the time that's good. I mean, Windows 10 is for what we pay for it. It's a marvel of engineering. I mean, I know people sort of say, well, it does, but on the whole, it gives us everything we need. Yeah.
It manages memory lots better than any of the previous versions of Windows. The Windows 8 was pretty much a 23 joule stem winding wonder, but then I tried the 10 on this other tower, and I was going, gosh, I run a software called VMware Workstation, which lets you emulate a different operating system within your environment. So instead of having a dual boot, I have them running at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, that's a consideration when it comes to memory management, because if the amount of RAM you have on your tower, say you've only got 8 gigs of RAM, and Windows is using 4 of it, okay, then you start up some other virtual machines to do server maintenance or whatever has to happen, you could run out of memory. And with Windows 10, it seems like it's almost like a switchboard. When you plug in Windows 10, that's the memory that's allocated, and VMware Workstation is back over here waiting to be activated, but it's just sort of like a bookmark in the book. And until you turn to that page and say, okay, VMware Workstation, I want you to happen, Windows 10, not so much. So that becomes the bookmark in the memory sense of the pie. And the workstation takes it over. It's really a thumbs up, a good job.
Right.
I'd call Bill, but I don't know his number.
And Alfredo's saying VMware is a resource hog with RAM, but it's a great piece of software. So there you have it. Yeah. I mean, with these days, we've got people with 16 gig of RAM, haven't we? So.
Oh, yeah. Memory's cheap now, not like the old days. I can remember when we'd have rack mount servers and we're going, well, let's put some more gigs of RAM in there. And 1 gig stick was like several $100 to get 1 gig. And now it's like, $20 for a gig. Yeah, it's nothing.
I mean, going down memory lane, when I first started writing software, we had 64K of RAM. Now, if you don't know what 64K is, it's 1/16 of 1 meg of RAM. And 1 meg of RAM is 1,000th of 1 gig of RAM. So we didn't have, you couldn't do much with it.
Efficiently.
Oh yeah, you had to. You couldn't have fancy graphics.
My old partner used to be in the Air Force, And when he was in the Air Force, he was one of 6 people in the world that had his job early on in the computer days. And he taught me about the ABCs of card punching when they would have to punch out those computer cards. And if they make a mistake and start over, because there was no backspace, there was no, oh, let's do this again, but differently. No, it either ran or it didn't. It was wax on, wax off. That was it.
That's true. I used to work for a company that actually repaired punch card readers because they were still being used, and it was very mechanical, and the workshops were always busy because that was the only way of actually inputting the data was on 80-column paper cards. And as you say, one mistake and you could fire a rocket off.
Or not fire it off.
No, not fire it off. And Deirdre's catching up with us and saying, my computer keeps showing a window saying it's short on memory, and I'm still running Windows 7.
Well, then you might be.
Yeah. And memory is cheap where you are. In the US and UK.
Where's Deidre at? Is she in the mother country?
Deidre is. I'll take Chuck's point first. Come back to Deidre. Chuck is using Office 365. It's $12.50 a month and includes all Windows 10 and the whole suite of software with updates. So that's got to be the bargain.
Are you sitting down, Chuck? I just updated my LibreOffice. It's free.
Yes, but we've been here before. We all love the software that we love.
Yeah. It's like the old beta and VHS debate. You know, beta was the stuff that all the videotapes were done in the studio for TV stations. It was done on beta, but when you go to the store and rented a video for your kid to watch on the TV, it was VHS, and that went the way of the dinosaur. Beta died, and then VHS died,
and then CDs came along.
DVDs.
Then DVDs.
Yeah.
Deidre's replying to your question.
I saw something pop up, and she's in Australia.
She's in Australia, where the taxes are too high.
Yeah.
Right, and Lynda is answering the question. So Lynda is actually mobile and saying it's called The Year of Fears. You can find it on Amazon, and Lynda's put the link in as well. So there we are.
Oh, that's her book.
Yep, that's the book. It was 365 days of facing a different fear every day.
Oh, what a thrill.
Oh, yeah. Waking up.
This goes way beyond my mantra is 7 o'clock time for a walk. So in the morning, I get Chewy on the leash and we go for a walk.
Yeah. Keeping it straightforward.
Yes.
Yeah. So Lynda is definitely on the road, and all is good. If anyone wants to join Guy and I on camera, then just type guest and the messenger bot will bring you here.
Type guest in Messenger, not in the comments you see down there. I made that older and wiser.
I don't know. We try, don't we?
Yes.
We try. The unfortunate thing is there's something new to learn every day.
Well,
that's what keeps us going, I suppose.
The thing that's keeping me busy is on my phone. There's a thing called Google Rewards. And they ask you different questions like, do you have kids at home? I really need to go to work for Google and say, you don't ask people that are 66 if they have kids at home, because we've long since kicked them out since,
right.
We have a dog, that's our kid.
Yeah.
So the questions, they give you money that you can spend in the Google Play Store. So, all those apps that you want to get on your phone that are like 99 cents or $2 or whatever, you buy those with the Google Rewards money. So one day I said, gosh, I've been doing this quite some time. I wonder how much money I've totally gathered from all of the times. It was over $100.
Wow.
So now I've gotten to the point that I've bought all the cool apps. So now I'm buying stuff that's expensive that I'll never use, just so I don't exceed that. And once you cap out, I think at $15. If you've got over $15 in your bank account, then you can't get any more. So then it becomes kind of not so much fun. So it's quite a thrill to know if you made 88 cents. That was my biggest win so far. One survey, whatever.
Yeah, but making money online is the goal of many people.
It's a challenge. Yeah,
it's a challenge because I think that you've got to focus on something. If you scatter your efforts, as we said, across several different networks,
you have a plan and you implement the plan.
Over to you, sir. Right. Okay. So you've got to have a plan, and we say hello to John Upton, and okay.
Right. I think I've known John longer than I've known you. Imagine that.
Oh wow!
I think I met John and Blab early on. Gosh, that would I have to rewind the tape and play it back to see what. So if you're on the road in Australia, can you drive a car and use your phone, or is she on the train or something?
We've got two people who've been talking to us. We've got Lynda, who's on the road in an RV with her husband just outside San Diego, and we've got Deirdre, who's in Australia, where it's currently something in the morning,
where taxes are too high.
Where taxes are too high, and it's very early in the morning for Deirdre.
Yes.
And saying no, huge fines, and no. And Bobby Stamps is here. Hello, Bobby. And Bobby's saying, getverky.com, debating chats happening now. Okay, and that's good. I get messages late at night, and one day I will make it there. Mm-hmm. And so, cheers, Bobby. Yeah, and to everybody who's watching, you are watching Mr. Guy, our cook, and Stephen Healey. We are talking, we're just talking about Just Do It. And the thing was that it was the Just Do It logo, and wow, and Deirdre's saying it's currently 12:52 a.m. in Oz. So there we are. So thank you for watching us so early in the morning. And Chuck is taken by the RV idea. I've been thinking about buying an RV and hitting the road. Well, at the moment, Lynda is on the road. Her husband is driving, and hopefully she'll be able to join us, and that'll be good. So I'm going to try and hide that. Oh my! Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to join us, you can just type guest and you can join us on camera. That would be good.
So latest projects.
Yep. Okay.
I've done websites for years, decades.
Yep.
I've never done a website for a man that makes harps. You know, the stringed instrument like the angels play. This guy, he lives
Welsh harp sort of thing.
He makes big grand ones. His website is magicalstrings.com. Little shameless plug for Phil. Great guy. And their whole family does music and stuff. They're coming up on a big Yuletide thing, so I had to update a calendar and so forth. But I thought, every once in a while I'll meet someone in my travels, I call them, that has a very unique perspective. Now, of all the websites I've done, web pages, one of the best ones I ever did was only 2 pages. And they sold buckwheat hulls in Seattle. They launched their website and then they got on the Martha Stewart show. And they had to change the delivery schedule from 7 to 10 days to be 14 to 20 days. We only deliver in the United States. It was a big panic. I was driving to work Monday and what did you do? I said, what do you mean, what did I do? I said, well, we were on the Martha Stewart show Thursday and our mailman came up today with 5 sacks of mail. Well, I didn't do that. You did by being on that show. It was quite a shocker.
Brilliant.
So if you can get increased visibility like this channel has, like Facebook has, and build a brand around that, tell them what you do, where you're at. Then the people will have the words, and you get to pick them for word of mouth. 98% of your business is going to be word of mouth anyway.
That's totally true. And Corinda is saying hello, and Corinda's in London. Catherine is saying hello from Cincinnati, and Corinda is saying hello, Guy. And
Hi,
Stephen.
Corinda. I know Corinda.
Yep. Corinda's saying, what did I miss? We'd spoil it now if we told you.
Yeah. Don't tell him that we gave out the winning international lotto numbers, because he'll be devastated.
He would.
Oh,
because
yeah.
we did.
And then that list of who's going to win in football for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You missed that.
You've missed a whole range of things. I mean, things just happen so quickly. So you've got to just do it at
but have a plan.
Eastern.
I would offer a friendly amendment to that statement of just do it, because somebody's going to hear that and say, oh, I can just do anything. No, you're going to be successful if you have a plan. Implement that plan, and then do things, that are pursuant to that. If your plan says on Thursday you do blah, 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 then that's what you do. You don't do Monday's stuff on Thursday.
Yeah. I mean, my days are structured around the shows. There's 5 shows on 5 days.
Yeah,
so.
But you know what show is going to be up tomorrow already.
Oh yeah, I do. They're already scheduled. And Corinna's saying he thought Lynda was on. Lynda.
So we're not popular?
And
is this
Deirdre's answered it. No, it gave us the opportunity to have a chat, because it's something that we've done on and off for quite a while, and it's rare to actually be in the same place at the same time. So I'm happy with things. And Abigail is asking the question, when will Lynda Sunshine West be on? Let me go and look at Messenger. So excuse me a moment, I'm going to Messenger. And I'll be on the road at the time, but someone else will be driving. If you're okay with that, I'm good with it. And then she hit traffic. So we're hoping that any time now, Lynda will join Guy and I. But until then, we'll just battle on. If you've got any, this is an ideal opportunity. If you've got any questions about live video or business or websites or anything techie, then ask your question.
We're gonna also say that if you stump the band, you get a weekend at Stephen's house, all expenses paid.
And a visit to Stonehenge, and a visit to Salisbury, and a whole range of things.
Are you close to Stonehenge?
20 miles away.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I went there. You know how Stonehenge is a big long string? Like there's Stonehenges up here, and then down at the other end there's I forget the name.
Avebury.
That's where I went as a kid. Right. I was like 9 years old, and it's when you're 9 years old, it's pretty dang impressive.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to chip off a piece for a souvenir. No, you don't do that.
You don't. Nowadays, in those days, could you actually touch the stones?
Oh yeah. There was no fence around it or nothing. It was just a big field and these big, huge rocks.
Yeah.
And how they get the cross piece on the top, I'll never know.
Well, there are 2 ways of doing it. One is originally they built a wooden platform at the side.
Oh yeah.
I don't reps and pulleys and stuff. I don't know. That's still a mystery. In fact, how the henge came into being is still a mystery, because it's thousands of years old. But now you'd be blown away going back there now, Guy, because
it's all fenced
off. You can't go near the stones. You can walk around the stones, and there are places to sit, and you can take photographs, and there are viewing points and everything. But you're not allowed near the stones. Stonehenge, you're allowed near the stones at summer solstice and winter solstice. Okay, and that's when the Druids go, and they watch the dawn, the sunrise,
and it lines up with everything. Right.
That's it. The alignment is perfect. Just catch up.
I saw that something else has changed. I saw the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace when I was 9. And so we're talking 1960. From 1960 till now, the ceremony's changed quite a bit. Obama was led inside the fence. Well, I'm sure he was.
Yeah.
The fence at the palace or the fence at Stonehenge?
Stonehenge. Probably both.
You had to be outside the fence. You couldn't get up to the palace at all. There was a big, huge iron fence around.
Yeah.
And then
times have changed.
The station where we got in trouble almost. There's a place where they have the guards are trained. Right? It's called it's White something. It's not in Tower of London or something like that. It's a separate barracks place. And they have a big stone wall around it. So you can't see in and see what they're doing. It's like you can't study the playbook.
Right.
So my dad's a big guy.
Uh-huh.
He lifts the two of us, my brother and I, up on top of the wall, and we're watching what they're doing.
Okay.
Blimey, you can't get off there. You can't be up there. And we're getting big holler went on. So we got off and we kind of scurried down the street real quick. So we didn't get found. The memories I have of England are many, many. I remember coming back to America in the 5th grade, and I'm telling people, you guys got to play soccer. It's like football around the world. Everybody plays it. No, that's too corny. Are you kidding? A round ball? Yeah. And they said, well, we've got a football. No, that's in other country, that's called rugby, and we're not allowed to play that. I don't know how to play rugby because as a kid, my mom saw one rugby match. You know how the villages will play each other? And the guys were coming off the field all bloody and torn. No, not going to happen.
No, indeed. I think that it's probably because I'm sat near the microphone. Hang on. All right. Okay. Information from John, just to catch up. Wellington Barracks is the home of the Guards.
Yeah, there it is. Wellington Barracks. Yeah. I knew it was, I had white. I had a W. I was 20% of the letters.
Yeah. And Deirdre, in reply to the fact that Corinda can't hear you, is that your voice is softer than mine. No, you're good. You're good.
I'm shy. I've always been shy.
And okay. And Nazim said hello to everybody. And
then I've been with him since the long ago days. Is he still in Italy? Still in Italy.
He's still in Italy. And okay, and he actually typed the word guest, so he may well be joining us, Guy. So that's good.
Wow, that'll be quite bonkers then.
It will. And in fact, Nazim joined us on the show this morning, which got quite political with Nazim and Peter Stewart, and it's interesting though. And so there we are, caught up with that. Yeah, I mean, memories. I mean, travel is just the best thing to do, isn't it? I mean,
to travel. One of the recollections I have as a kid in England is I learned to play conkers. That's how, when people from Great Britain say, "Were you in England, really?" I said, "I know what conkers are." I go, "Oh, well, you know what that is."
Proof positive. Proof positive.
You don't have to show us any stamps you collected or anything. We know. Like, I was back there in the day when they were still using the shillings and 3p, and I said, "You mean there was a halfpenny?" I said, "Yeah." I don't know why. There was even a quarter penny. There was a quarter pence, halfpence, and the pennies were huge. They were like this big around, like a silver dollar size, but made out of copper. Those days are gone.
And there's a banter going on between John and Nazim. John's asking Nazim, is Italy still solvent? Yeah, as you know, Guy, we're in a predicament at the moment. Our ex-Prime Minister, a chap called David Cameron, was having problems with his political party, the Tories, Republican equivalent, So he said, right, we'll let the country vote as to whether we stay in the European Union
Oh
or
yeah,
not.
I remember that. And they voted
And
out.
yeah, 52% voted out. And March 29th, 2019, which is next year, we will be leaving the European Union, we're told. But now there's a great rearguard coming up to actually stop it. But I don't think it can be stopped. I don't think it will be stopped.
Oh, there'll be some judge someplace. They'll say, "Oh no, this isn't legal. We've got to debate this. Have several meetings, and then we'll discuss it. Maybe in 2020 we'll go out. Something like that."
Well,
Well, wasn't the vote like really close? It wasn't like 80-20.
No, it's 52-48.1.
Yeah.
And basically, I'm going to say this. John's watching. He'll correct me in a minute. But both sides, yes and stay or leave, go or remain, told lies. Now, the truth on my side, the side leave the EU side told more lies than remain in the
Right.
Yeah. But that is, in balance of things, the vote went 52-48, and we've been talking about it for 2 years. Our government still hasn't got a plan for what happens after we leave. I'm not going to give you the litany of problems it gives us, but when we're talking this morning, it does make common sense.
There's a list of problems when they had that vote. I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago, for Scotland to be its own country.
Oh yeah,
and they were saying what's going to happen to all the submarine bases that were released in Scotland and so forth. So that one, it went the way of the vote went.
Yeah, I mean the people have showed common sense. Okay, and Nazim is saying he can pay John in pizza, so it doesn't matter what the Italian currency is doing the euro. And it's also saying, I think we might beat you to that exit door if things keep going the way they are. Okay. Now, Vince Cable for president is John's comment to that. And Vince Cable leads the third party in the UK. Okay, I'm going to post a link, Nazim. Just a minute, and we'll do some catching up.
I think you're looking at a different screen than I'm in Chrome, and your picture is great big up here, and mine is small down in the right-hand corner. Is that what you're seeing too? But I don't see comments.
Over on the right-hand side.
Nothing. I have nothing on my screen.
Can you see the figure? I'm just trying to get back to it. Can you see figure 8 on the right-hand side?
8 viewers is on the left.
Right on the left. Okay, and then below
3 reactions, 66 comments. I got to click see all.
That's correct.
Oh, there we go.
And as you do that, we welcome, and we're going to get together, and it's Nazim.
Gentlemen, it's been a while.
It's been too long. I mean, go to you, Guy.
Gosh,
hey, Guy, how you doing?
I'm getting as right-handed as you are.
Well,
I'm doing okay.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
So how you been? It's a long time since I've seen Guy.
Well, I've been ducking the bobbing and weaving. I don't do live streaming very often. This is go buy a lottery ticket. The Italian lottery, go buy a ticket today because the planets are lined up. It just when the first thought I had when Stephen had the show was going to be just do it, right?
Yeah.
That's the slogan for Nike, and we know what's trouble with Nike is, right?
Right.
You know what that?
Right.
Because
we're aware.
Okay, so then I thought, well, it's not simply a matter of just doing it. You have to have a plan. Like you have a playbook, and well, today's Thursday, I'm going to do this and this and this and this. And then anything that's extra onto that, like at 10:30 or so this morning, I've got to take my mom someplace. Mom just recently, yesterday, was told you can't drive anymore.
Oh boy.
Her doctor told her. So it was like, oh, this is it. You're the driver.
How old is she?
Now there's a good answer and there's a the best? The best answer is she's 39.
Right. Okay.
What
You
will
transpose.
will not be recorded or written in the comments is she's 86.
Okay.
But historically, she's 39. When she was at the hospital in Spokane and they were trying to locate her, I said, well, call out her name and then walk up to her and say, are you 39? Then she'll know I'm looking for her. And so she said, yes, I'm 39, kind of snide remark, kind of. And I was still 110 miles out.
My mom's flying in next Wednesday, and Saturday we're going to do her 90th birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Here in Italy in the countryside. And she's a powerhouse. I went to see her a month ago.
She's flying in from other part of Italy, or from
no, she's flying in from Istanbul.
Oh, okay.
She used to live in New York, but she moved to Istanbul 16 years ago.
Okay.
And we say hello to Lynda.
Lynda.
Hello. Good to see you guys. I've been listening.
Where are you located at?
I'm in right now. I'm in Carlsbad, California, which is about 30 minutes north of San Diego downtown.
Nice.
Oh, that explains the spindly pine trees or palm
yes.
trees. I should say.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm just on a pit stop right now. I had to get something to eat. We're heading up to Long Beach today. We're going to meet with a potential client. I'm really excited because this guy is a powerhouse, and you know, just there's some people that you just want to spend all your time with. I can't spend all my time with him, but you know, I spend as many hours with him as I can.
Well, I have a
good.
question.
Okay, go ahead.
When you're in your RV, you're going down the road, and you're going to stop and get a bite to eat. Do you go to the big box restaurant like Sherry's, or somebody that's a chain like Denny's or something, or do you go to the mom and pop local establishment?
Well, I don't really want to disappoint you, but sometimes I will stop at those fast food joints, like right now.
Oh,
Jack in the Box.
Oh, no. See, the opportunity is there. You can just go and say, okay, Google, restaurants near me, and they'll give you the list. And then the name that you don't recognize, because it's not the one you just showed us, then
right.
You go there. Yeah, we did that.
That's true.
The most fun we ever had was time we were in Texas, going down Interstate 40, did the restaurants near me, and this barbecue place that's out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there's not even a town there. If there was a town maybe years ago, but it's just right there beside the road. There's a lot of semis pulled in there, truckers eating there. I'm going, that must be a good place.
That's always that's always a good sign of a good restaurant. Also in Italy, when you see all the big trucks, you go like, okay, this trattoria must be very good.
Yeah, because they can stop and park anywhere, right? So why would they want to go to McDonald's or Burger King when they can go to Joe's Barbecue Pit or whatever it is?
Childhood memories, I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
No, I just was wondering.
It's interesting is I only see Stephen and Guy, and I hear another voice though. Who's the other person? I don't see them.
It's Nazim. It's I'm located in Italy.
Okay. Hello. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
That's goodbye.
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. But goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You're out of here. I'm just kidding.
No. It's good to have
sorry, I was saying, come on, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Well, we had this problem this morning that somebody could not see us in the box, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I hear you, so somebody's talking to me.
I'm glad that happened because it fully supports my position of being a record it, edit it, and post it up. And it comes up every day, so you just go to Shameless.
So what you're telling me, guys, that you basically stopped doing live and you stuck more to doing video?
Yeah, I've done video. One comment, and I'll have my 500th video.
Okay.
I stumbled on that number just by accident, really.
Okay, so you're also on YouTube also quite a lot.
On Fridays, I do a compilation on Friday because I'm basically lazy. And I said, well, Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we talked about this and this and this and this, and put it all into a video on Friday. I was trying to do, I spent a month trying to do a video on YouTube every day of the podcast episode, but it was turning into a part-time job. I mean, you go through and you have to edit the closed captions. I do anyway.
Right.
And there's a problem with saying the Guy R. Cook report in YouTube. Their translation, the letter R never comes out as the letter R. It's either O-U-R or Geiger comes up sometimes in the text. So it's
Geiger.
Short.
I'm trying to figure out why Geiger would come up. What was that?
I don't know. Ask YouTube. I'll get you a phone number.
Ask YouTube.
It's just a thing.
I don't know. I've never really talked about Geiger. This might be my first time.
Yeah. The other thing I've been experimenting with, Nazim, is that Google Docs has got a voice to text component.
Yeah.
But it's lousy.
We do. Yeah.
Oh, I disagree. I got to disagree with you on that one because somebody told me about that, and I was tasked with writing my book, and I literally wrote my book in a week using the Google voice typing system, and it translated probably 95% of what I said.
Oh, wow.
Like, I tell everybody to use it because it's so amazing. So, sorry, I got to disagree with you on that one.
Well, my experiment with it, I would give it about a 70% translation.
Okay.
There was words that worked, but there was a lot of words I said, after I went through about, not even a minute of editing, I said, I'm not doing it.
Well, you know, me and my wife over at Kazakiezi, the Italian lifestyle thing that we do on YouTube, we basically do everything in English, and people, our Italian friends are like, can you do it in Italian? We're like, no.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen.
It's not hooray me, but there's this website that translates my show notes into 12 different languages.
Whoa!
And then when you click on it, it says, what's it sound like? It's me speaking in English. So I don't know, but what, because 30% of my audience is not in America.
Wow.
But I think that there are people like yourself that live in Italy but speak English, or that live in Australia or France or wherever they're at, but they can speak English.
Yeah. Well, you obviously know I'm an American who married an Italian.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she drank.
That's something we have in common because my first wife was Italian. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh, so you did the reverse.
Yeah. She was an American Italian, but her parents were both Italian.
My
brother got me an Italian English dictionary, so I called up my cousin at the time, David Ferraro, and I said, "Oh, Propizio di Anno." He goes, "Gosh, that sounds so real. I thought you were calling me from Italy." I went, "Oh, get out of here. I don't have anything close to an accent."
No, I left Miami back in '92 and got married. We got married in Miami, but then we moved to Italy.
Yeah. I have a classmate in high school, Dan Bailey, and he started teaching English at the University of Washington, Seattle.
Wow.
Well, this cute girl from Venezuela came into class.
Which is where I was born, by the way. I was born in Venezuela.
Okay. Well, he's no longer living there. He got out of Venezuela because there's a lot of unrest. And he retired from teaching in Venezuela for 30 years at the university in Caracas. And they've now moved to Panama to get away from the...
Yeah, I have my half brother lives in Caracas still, and he says it's a horror show.
Yeah. Yeah, Dan showed me where he lived, and they had bars on all the windows and fenced off, and he had a big dog. And I went, I'd move. And, within a year after that, he got finished at the university, and they did. They moved to Panama to live with her family. A lot of them are living in Panama now for the same reason. It's just not cool.
Well, you got to need the folks that are driving. They got a great connection on the Wi-Fi, on the cell phone.
Totally.
That's me. I'm using a droid, and I'm on Verizon, and I'm using a droid. Bam, bam, bam. Say hi to Alvin. There's my driver for today.
Hey, Alvin. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Alvin and we're actually heading up to Long Beach to interview a guy. We do a lot of interviews together. Alvin's been on the red carpet with me interviewing stars. So it's been a lot of fun, this journey. You know, it's kind of interesting because I met Alvin a little over a year ago, and we didn't know each other very well until an event came up, and I was like, hey, do you want to come and do some video work with me? And he jumped on it. So that was so cool. That was the start of a relationship. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because, like, how many relationships do you have that just started from something like, you're like, okay, he said, I'll just do it. And so, you know, the relationship kind of started from that. And it's been great so far. And I haven't been pissed off at him yet. And I don't think he's been pissed off at me, but I don't know. Yeah, he says, yeah. I'm like, you drive too fast. You drive too fast.
Yeah, yeah.
I always tell him he drives too fast. But
Both throwing the driver under the bus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't throw the driver under the bus. Yeah, exactly. But you know, it's so true, right, about relationships. I met so many amazing people just recently in my life that I've just been so excited every single day to be able to, you know, embark on new journeys with new people, and just having these kind of people in my life, it uplifts my energy on a daily basis, and it's so awesome.
How many people have you met on social media? I know most of the people here from either Blab or Google Plus from the beginning. I was curious to know how many people you've met on social media.
Oh, thousands. So I've hit my 5,000 mark. And wow. I constantly have to unfriend people so that I can invite new people in. And so it's kind of an interesting, like a spring cleaning, I call it. But spring cleaning. So social media, you know, I have my own Facebook group on social media and stuff. And so, I should have shown you what we just passed. Sorry. It was a pumpkin patch.
I mean, we missed a landmark to hear about social media. Oh, that's...
There we go.
Lynda is now full screen, and
yeah, so Lynda's water, you guys.
Lynda, when you get a chance, add me on Facebook.
Okay, we'll have to. I'll have to delete somebody because I just hit 5,000 again last night. So
can I pick the person randomly that you delete?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun. It'd be like a deletion roulette, right?
Exactly.
We're gonna delete. You know, it's funny though because I had somebody helping me delete people because I was just a little too busy that week, right? And I said, "Can you go and delete some people from my Facebook?" And they deleted one of my really good friends, and I was like trying to tag her, like, how come I can't tag her? And I went to look, I was not friends with her anymore. So I sent her another friend request. She never said, I thought we were friends already. So I'm like, okay. I got out of that one.
The other thing they'll say is, did you get hacked? I just got a friend request from you, and I don't think I need to see this because it sounds like it's fishy. And I go, no, I just deleted you by accident.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I have noticed on Facebook, and I've already commented this before, that before I used to see a lot of the people on a regular basis, and now that's been reduced, kind of the way the algorithm that Facebook works. And I don't see comments from people that I was accustomed to talking to before.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because, I know that I have my regulars, you know, the same, and fortunately they haven't dropped off. I don't know how that happens. I don't really understand the algorithms. Don't they change like daily or on the hour or something? We just got to keep up. So maybe eventually it'll come back, or those people are back because people have an uproar or something. I don't know.
Okay. Right. Okay. So where do we go from here? We've got 5 minutes left. Is there anything they want to talk about?
I'm gonna drop off and let somebody else come in.
Okay, Nazim, great to see you again.
Same here.
Take care.
Arrivederci.
Yeah.
Arrivederci.
Now you can say
like an insult.
Oh, this is like manja. Okay.
Nazim and his wife own the Casa Chiesi restaurant in Milan.
Oh,
and
cool.
What they do is that they go and visit different Italian cities, and they arrive on the Friday. They travel around the city Friday and Saturday researching. Then over breakfast on a Sunday, they put all the research together, and then Sunday afternoon they go live.
Oh, so they do it like, if you go to Naples, you got to see this and this.
Yeah. They do a travel log.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That goes right back to what you were saying earlier about just doing it, Steve. It's that you can just do it, but it works better if you have a plan. If you have somewhat of a sense of what's going to go on, right? Like Lynda's going to go and she knows she's going to do an interview, and this is her first time doing an interview. And Albert's going to not wreck the car, so there's part of the plan coming quick. Yeah. I mean, they're just doing it, but they're still following along. Like you're not going to surprise the guy when he's coming out of his apartment building. Say, hey, Bob, let's talk a minute. You know, it's already pre-set up.
Why not?
But I mean,
but Bob doesn't know. See, in that instance, Bob doesn't know, right? You got Bob off guard. It wasn't in his plan to have you jump on his doorstep and ask him. You know, it's funny. It's funny you mentioned that guy because just this last week, somebody got really, really mad at me, and I actually shared this on Facebook the other day. But somebody got really, really mad at me because I don't really very often. I rarely have a plan B, and sometimes I don't even have a plan A. And they got really mad because it frustrates them that I don't make plans for everything. Like today, I had to because I've got Alvin, you know, and so we're 2 people, so we had to have a plan. But I can face myself. A lot of times I don't have a plan. I just kind of winging it, just having fun doing that.
But if you're not at the corner, you would have missed your ride.
Yes.
Because he does have a plan B. If you ain't there.
Yeah, he would leave me in the dust.
That's right.
Yeah, that's Alvin's plan B. If Lynda doesn't show up, I'm out of here.
Yeah. That's part of being a good driver.
It is. It is. And I just want to say thank you to Deirdre for watching us. She is in Australia. It's heading towards 2 a.m. in Australia.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Deirdre.
Thanks for watching. Right.
Thanks everybody for being here, and good show today.
In a world first, Lynda from Mobile, traveling in California. Could you close the show, please?
Oh yeah, as you know, as I love to talk about is that we want to live life with no regrets. You know, when my mom got to the last days of her life, she had so many things she didn't do, and it really instilled in me to make sure that I live my days on a daily basis, doing things that I love doing. So I strongly recommend that you jump out there and just do those things you're putting off, because if you don't want to get to the end and say, I wish I had. Instead, live your life as, I'm so glad I did.
Brilliant. Guy, thank you very much for joining me today.
Okay.
And Lynda and I will be back on Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Lynda, thank you. Take care. See you again soon. Have a good trip.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye-bye. Thank you.
And Guy, thank you. And Lynda, see you later. Bye for now.
Okay. Thanks, Stephen. All right. Bye-bye.
Brilliant.